Hello everyone. So under partnership firm, so already we have learned the fundamentals to a partnership firm and admission of a partner. Now the next concept under partnership firm is a retirement of a partner. So after the retirement of a partner, once again the admission, that is a partnership firm, is going to reconstitution of the business. So a partner is said to be retired from a firm when his relationship with the firm as a partner comes to an end. So this is the common thing in all the business. Take your family business also. So a father, after if you become a old age, so father, he will take a retirement from the business. So this is a common thing where the business people, they will take a retirement. There are many circumstances where the partners is going to take a retirement. That is, they will cut their relationship with the partnership firm. So circumstances like illness, completely, if partner, if he is in ill, so he won't continue the business. Next, old age, if he has crossed 55, 60, he can't handle the activities of a business. He want rest, so that time he will take retirement from the business. Misunderstanding between the partners, conflict between the partners, or if partner shifted some other country, foreign country, he can't visit again and again to check out all the events, day-to-day activities of the business. So that time also they will take a retirement from the business. So under retirement, there is a gain ratio you are going to calculate, that is benefit ratio. Gain ratio is also called as a benefit ratio. The gain ratio or benefit ratio in which the remaining partner gain or acquires the share of a retiring partner on his retirement. When partner retired from the business, example A, B and C are partners. C has taken retirement from the business due to illness. Now, remaining partner will be called as A and B, that is continuing partner. After retiring, they will continue the business. So both remaining partners, they will continue the business, and A and B, they will gain from C, that is gain ratio. So what they will gain here? Example, in goodwill, in profit, they will gain. Now, the ledger accounts, the same here, accounting steps what you have practiced in admission. So here this is one, revaluation account, profit and loss adjustment account. The same rules here, these are the compulsory ledgers in admission and retirement. So in admission, whatever we have followed the rules to prepare a revaluation account, the same rules here. Debit side all the expenses and losses, credit side all the incomes and gains. And here also under revaluation account we will take only adjustments. The thing is, the difference is under retirement, that is net profit on revaluation. Revaluation account profit or loss will share among all the partners. But in admission, only two partners, that is old partners. Next, a second partners capital account. This is combined partners capital account. So, in admission, also you have this step. So, there we will record only, that is the capitals of old partners format, and will share general reserve accumulated profit or loss only among the old partners in old ratio. But here reserve fund accumulated profit or loss will share among all the partners in the old ratio. So, exact what is the difference under partners capital, how to treat the goodwill. So, here also you have the cases of goodwill. I will show you while doing problems. Next, new balance sheet. So, the same. So, new balance sheet prepared with the help of old balance sheet along with the adjustment. And next note here, in all situations, in all cases, goodwill cases, preparation of revaluation account, partners capital account and new balance sheet is a compulsory. So, goodwill situation, there are 4 cases here. First, full value of goodwill retained into the business. Second case, full value of goodwill raised and written off. So, in first and second case, goodwill amount we have to share in the old ratio, and goodwill written off under case 2, the goodwill written off we have to write off the goodwill amount in the new ratio. So, that I will show you while doing problems. And another 2, goodwill raised only to the extent of retiring partner and retained into the business, that is case 3. And case 4, goodwill raised only to the extent of retiring partner and decided to return off the goodwill. So, these are the 4 situations. So, preparation of cash bank account is not compulsory unless if the question says, if question asks, that time only we have to prepare this cash or bank or goodwill account. Now, the differences here. So, this is very important to know the differences between sacrifice ratio and gain ratio. So, it is calculated at the time of admission. So, you know this, the ratio. So, this sacrifice ratio is sacrificed by the old partner towards new partner. So, this sacrifice ratio is calculated when the new partner brought goodwill amount in the form of cash, that is case 1 and case 2. Whereas, gain ratio is calculated at the time of a retirement. So, this is gain by the remaining partner from a retiring partner. Next, it refers to the ratio in which old partner sacrifice to the new partner. So, here it refers to the ratio in which the remaining partner gain the share of a retiring partner. Next, third difference, the share of goodwill brought in the form of cash, the new partner is distributed between the old partners in their sacrifice ratios. There is case 1 and case 2, the new partner bring the goodwill amount in the form of cash, and that goodwill you have to distribute among the old partners in sacrifice ratio. So, whereas under retirement, Share of goodwill of returning partner is paid by the remaining partner. The share of goodwill of returning partner is paid by the remaining partner in their gain ratio. So this is the difference here. So this question carries 2 marks, very important. Now these are the ledger accounts. So already I explained you. So revaluation account is a nominal account prepared at the time of admission, retirement, in order to ascertain the profit or loss on revaluation, various assets and liabilities. The difference amount, loss or profit, it should be shared in their old ratio to all the partners, including retiring partner, and the same transfer to partner's capital account. So how to prepare revaluation account? Same as a admission of a partner. The difference is only the sharing of a profit. So here we will share the profit or loss to all the partners. So this is partners capital account. So first credit side, first we will record capitals which has given in the old balance sheet, including new partner. Next, profit and loss which has given in the balance sheet. And general reserve which has given in the balance sheet, we have to share among all the partners in their old ratio as per case 1, case 2. Next, revaluation profit, if you get profit, so credit side. And these are the situations. As per situation C and D, that is goodwill only to the extent of retiring partner. Goodwill rise only to the extent of retiring partner, that is case 3 and 4. And next, goodwill as per A and B, that is case 1, case 2, rise. Oh, sorry. So here I have made the changes here. C and D I have made goodwill raised and retain and written off. So you can follow anything here. So this will be considered as case 1, case 2, and this one case 3 and case 4. That is goodwill as per A and B. Goodwill rise only to the extent of retaining partner. So this you can consider as a C and a D. And this one, first case 1 and case 2, that is goodwill raised and retain, and goodwill rise and written off. So here under case 1 and case 2, that is goodwill raised and retained. So here goodwill amount we have to share all the partners in their old ratio. In this case, that is case 3 and case 4, this goodwill we have to share only to the extent of retiring partners. So the retiring partner C here. Now compose the debit side. So debit side, first profit if you get loss under asset side. So here we have to share among the old partners, in all the partners in their old ratio. Then if you get revaluation loss, so loss here. Next, to goodwill written off. To goodwill written off, if it is goodwill written off, we have to share among remaining partner in their new ratio or a gain ratio. As per case 1, case 2, goodwill you have to share in a new ratio, and case 3, case 4, goodwill amount we have to share only remaining partner in their gain ratio. And this is, so here due to alignment, the amounts has gone up and down. So this is the final amount paid to or settled to a retiring partner, that is in the form of cash or through check. So exact how to calculate this I will show you while doing problems. Simple, credit balance minus debit balance. So see, he will get his due from a remaining partner, and this is remaining partner capitals transferred to balance sheet. So this is the format of a partner's capital account. So here in retirement, capitals we have to record for all the partners, accumulated profit or loss we have to share all the partners, revaluation account profit or loss we have to share all the partners, and under partners capital account, as per case 1, case 2, that is goodwill raised full value and retained, and goodwill written off we have to share all the partners credit side in their old ratio. If it is goodwill written off debit side, we have to write off the amount in their new ratio. And while closing, first we have to close C's account, that is the retiring partner capital account, and final we are going to settle to retiring partner in the form of methods of settlement due to retiring partner. There are many methods where the partners, remaining partners, they are going to settle. First, the method they will settle full cash, that is lump sum in cash, or through check they will settle, or by availing BOD. Suppose if remaining partner, if they don't have sufficient cash and bank balance, that time remaining partner full amount they will settle through the bank loan, that is the mode of payment. So in the absence of mode of payment, like in the adjustment, in additional information, if it is not specified that remaining partner how they are settling to retiring partner, in the absence of mode of payment to settling partner, we can assume that the remaining dues will be settled through the bank loan, and that balance transferred to his loan account. So this already I explained you. First, settlement amount due to retiring partner, settlement in full by cash or through overdraft, issuing a check, transferred to loan. If mode of payment is not given in the problem, that is the methods, then the final due or retiring partner is transferred to his loan account, partly paid in cash and balance transferred to his loan account. So these are the mode of payment. Next, regarding goodwill is not given specifically in the problem, and return of goodwill hence is to be considered as a retained with business. If in a problem, adjustment, if it is goodwill not specified, that is return of, we can assume that goodwill amount is retained with the business. Next, as the gain ratio is not given separately in the adjustment, it is assumed that remaining partners ratio itself as a gain ratio. So I will show you while doing this problem how to work out, and this is goodwill format. So goodwill, so this will be considered as a case 1, that is situation A, not D. Goodwill rise and its full value written off, that is case 1 and case 2. So here goodwill amount you are going to share under partners capital account credit side, here debit side, and here goodwill written off, that is case 2. So the difference here, case 1, so here in case 1 goodwill it is written, so here we won't share the goodwill amount to remaining partner, that will transfer to balance sheet, that is balance carried down and balance brought down. And in case 2, actually this is format of case B, goodwill rise and written off. Under return of here goodwill we write off here only this goodwill written off, if you get this goodwill amount does not appear in the balance sheet. If it is written, then we have to show goodwill amount in balance sheet asset side separately. So this is the balance sheet. So the same how we had did in admission of a partner, the same here. So this balance sheet prepared with the help of old balance sheet along with the adjustment, and here as per is goodwill as per A, that is case 1, and case 3. If it is written, then only we are going to show the goodwill amount here. Otherwise, it is a written off means we should not show the goodwill amount here. So cash in hand or bank. So in admission, you are going to add capital and goodwill brought by the new partner. But here we won't add any capital and goodwill here, but we'll deduct if remaining partner settled through the check or through cash. That time, that amount we are going to deduct. What the remaining partners is going to settle the amount to returning partner, that amount we have to deduct here. If you are preparing a cash or bank account, the final balance we can take what we will get under a cash or bank account. And this is the same. So next asset same how we did in admission, fixed assets, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, equipments. So if you get depreciation, we have to minus appreciation added. So current assets including unrecorded assets, receivable, stock or inventory. So debtors, under debtors, you are going to minus bad debts, PBT, reserve for bad debts. Next, the prepaid expenses and income earned but not received. Next, liability side, bank loan or BOD. If we get any outstanding interest, so outstanding interest will be added. That interest will be paid along with the loan amount paid along with the interest. Creditors, under creditors you have to minus a discount not likely to be claimed. Bills payable, outstanding expenses, income received in advance. Next, including unrecorded liabilities. Next, retiring partner loan account or BOD account. If the remaining partner, if they are not settled in the form of cash or in the form of check, that time the retiring, that is remaining partner, they will settle through a BOD or through loan amount, that is through bank loan. So that will be the liability to a remaining partner. So that as per the partner's capital account, so whatever we get the final claim that is amount due to retiring partner. If it is not settled through cash or check, that amount we have to show is a liability. You have to show under a new balance sheet liability side, that is retiring partner loan account or a BOD account.